The master gardeners are taking over. I'd like to call the meeting to order, the Davie Town Council meeting. If you all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Just for you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Paul,
Here.
Vice Mayor Lewis,
Here.
Councilmember Whitman.
Here.
Councilmember Starkey,
Here.
Councilmember Hatton,
Here.
Mr. Lemack,
Here.
Mr. Lewis, Mr. Holste, Mr. Weinthal,
Here.
Mary have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Just to let everyone know that Councilmember Hatton is here via phone. Okay. This is open speak, the first meeting of the month. We always have time allotted for members of the public that would like to come up and speak. And since there's nothing on the public hearing portion of the agenda, then you could talk about just about anything. Mr. Swally.
Good evening, Council, Administrator, Mayor. The smoke that we saw, I'm chair of our Agricultural and Environmental Advisory Committee, along with Jesse Bastos is here tonight with us. The smoke that we saw yesterday and today is smoke from the Canadian fires. This is the first time I've seen that in my lifetime. So it just shows you evidence that there is a climate change happening. It's time to do something about reducing greenhouse gases. But mainly I'm here tonight to invite the whole town to our town's first annual Gardens Matter Day. It's on a Saturday. It's 10 days from now, the 14th of October, at Robbins Lodge Community Gardens from 10 to 2. And Jesse, would you like to say anything more?
No, I'm very excited about this inaugural event. It's something that has been in the works for a while. I think the town has done a phenomenal job under the leadership of Jeff Pullman, who's been really, and his team who've been organizing this event. So we're very excited about it. There's going to be tons of plant giveaways and demonstrations and experts, a lot of the experts who are in this room today as well. So hope to see everyone out there.
One of the originators is one of our members who just stepped down because she wants to dedicate herself to this, and that's Cynthia Schaefer. And I wish to thank her for all of her help and influence to our committee, and we'll miss her. Anyway, October 14th, 10 to 2 at Robbins Lodge Community Gardens. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll be there. Looking forward to this. Yes, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. My name is Desiree Carrasco, and I'm here to speak about a small grooming pet salon that I have located inside of Mirando Farms and Ranch. I've had the pleasure of meeting the mayor and grooming her pet Luna, and I just wanted to come out and introduce myself and let you guys know that if you come during the weekend, the farm does provide lunch, so you can hang out with the pets, the farm animals while I groom your pet, and I just look forward to growing my business and meeting everybody because I'm new to Davie. So again, my name is Desiree, and my business is called Pet Spa Palace. Thank you.
And Luna loves her. Thank you very much. Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Okay, seeing none, I'll close the public comments. Before we go any further, I would just like to have a moment of silence and prayer for Frank Lecanto. I know we all know him or have known him and have been touched by him at some point in our lives. He had a program called County Line on Beacon for years, and every election day he would run a show with local officials speaking, giving updates on the elections and everything. He was a great singer, and he used to always grace different events with the Star-Spangled Banner. So Frank lived a good life. He was 92 when he passed. but he will be greatly missed. We'll just say a few words of prayer. Thank you. Our first presentation tonight, or our only presentation tonight, is from PAL about some of their accomplishments and their future endeavors. Officer Diego Torres from Davie Police Department. I didn't recognize you in civies.
So thank you, Mayor. This is, I'm not sure if you've met yet, but this is Officer Diego Torres. He is a part of the Special Operations Division, and he's been doing some amazing work with the town and the families and the youth. It's just amazing work. I'm very proud to introduce him and for him to kind of show you what he's been putting together for us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Good evening, Mayor Paul, Town Council, Town Administration. For those that don't know, the Davie Police Athletic League, we pretty much have a lot of activities for kids, and the way that we do it, what makes it special is that we engage cops along with the kids. Myself, I'm involved with a lot of the coaching. We have other officers that are involved mentoring young teens, smaller kids. Throughout our summer program, we have officers that are there engaging with children throughout the summer. It's very different than any other program, and it really builds a great relationship with the police department and the community. Just to give you guys a few of our programs that we've had for many years now, our boxing program, it usually consists of 30 to 40 participants. We build kids from scratch, from no experience to the point of competing in tournaments. We actually had a kid with 6 months of experience win the Golden Gloves Award a few months ago. It's very rewarding. Anytime that there's time out of school, winter, spring, summer camps, we host camps consisting of anywhere between 30, depending on, that's for the smaller camps. Our bigger camps going up to 130 kids a summer. Our volleyball program, our basketball fundamentals program, soccer program, where we link up with other PALs, Hollandale PAL. We join their PAL and participate in their league. Our after-school program consisting of 55 students from Davie Elementary, Nova Eisenhower, and Nova Blanche Elementary School. Also, our teen leadership program, where teenagers are able to get a lot of work experience, and they guide our younger kids throughout our summer camps as well. I've taken over the Davie PAL as of last October, since Officer Albury's retirement, and the demand has just been increasing so much. We've actually added some more programs into the program. One being the exercise and conditioning program, which provides the kids with proper technique and helps them build endurance in whatever sports they're into. Also, during our camps, we've implemented a sports camp, which introduces kids to brand new sports that they've never heard of, like pickleball. We actually had a 10-week summer camp program, and every week we brought the kids to play pickleball. By the end of the summer, they were competing against each other. It was great, to have them from a sport they never heard of to competing at the end of the summer. Also jiu-jitsu, as well as basketball, football, soccer, kickball. Another new program that was implemented this April is jiu-jitsu, and that's actually ran by one of our police officers as well. So he's a black belt with 17 years of experience, and the kids just love him. I mean, they're very excited to come and train with a police officer. It's, like I said, it's an experience that they don't have anywhere else. And recently, our newest program is a kickboxing program. Our instructor is a professional kickboxer with 30 years of experience. and he's very excited to be putting on that program for our kids. Program continuously grows. Our volleyball program went from about 20 kids. Now we had to add a second hour. Now we're getting about 80 kids in that program. Our basketball program is growing. So it's very exciting to be able to announce the growth in this program and the positive feedback, and especially from you guys, all the support. It really goes a long way. Thank you. Also, I'd like to thank some of our partnerships that we're also trying to build. Starting off with the town, right now we're actually playing in the town's football, flag football league. We actually got a game tonight, so we're excited about that. Walmart, as far as our they provide donations and our back to school backpack events, along with the Gumaconda Ready Foundation, sitting back there. Thank you guys very much. Also Target. Target also for our Shop with a Cop holiday event. Hope Outreach is one of our newer partnerships. We're having a Davie POW event coming up at the St. David's Carnival on October 28th, where all our Davie POW kids are going to be able to go and enjoy the rides free of charge for a couple of hours. And we're also working with the Boy Scouts on some future events. All right. That's all I have. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Outstanding job. Good luck. Okay, we're going to go on to the consent agenda. I'm going to be polling 1, 2, 3, and 4. Councilmember Whitman, do you need to pull anything?
I'd like to pull item number 8.
8. Mr. Lewis, Vice Mayor, you're okay? Susan? Nothing for me. Okay. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda minus 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8?
So moved.
Mayor, before we continue, we have the table add memo where we have items to table and to add.
Okay. And then I forgot to ask Carol. Carol, did you want to pull anything?
No, thank you, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. All right, so before we vote on the consent agenda, let me do this. There we go. Staff is requesting item number 10 to be tabled to October 18th. That's an agreement between Odyssey Manufacturing.
Motion to table number 10 till October 18th.
I'll second that. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any
Aye.
opposed? That's unanimous. The next thing is staff is requesting that item 16 be added, which is support for the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. It was inadvertently left off the sheet, and so we need to add that.
Motion to add number 16, support for American Cancer Society Power Relay for Life annual fundraiser
And so that's till October 18th.
to October 18th.
And I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
No. I'm sorry about
Add
the
it
October
first.
8th. It's
Yeah.
added.
Yeah, added first, and now I'll make a
Yeah,
motion to
okay.
table
I'm sorry.
16 to
Oh,
October 18th.
wait, let me vote. Let's see. All
Okay.
those in favor of adding the item, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that's unanimous. Now we need to table that item to October 18th. You make that motion,
Yes, I make that motion to table it till October 18th.
and I'll second
Number
that. All
16.
those in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? That's unanimous. Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay, now, I'll take a motion to approve the consent agenda minus 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. You have that motion?
Motion to approve consent less 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's unanimous. Thank you. Phew. It was like pulling teeth.
No, I'm looking at.
All right, we're going to start with item number 1, which is Fire Prevention Week. And Councilmember Whitman will be reading that. And if we can have Fire Marshal Taylor and Sparky come on up, they're going to be receiving it. May I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
I'll second that. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's unanimous. Thank you. You're on, Michelle.
Whereas the town of Davie is committed to ensuring the safety and security of all those living in and visiting our state. And whereas fire is a serious public safety concern, both locally and nationally, and homes are the locations where people are at greater risk from fire. And whereas cooking is the leading cause of home fires in the United States, and 2 of every 5 home fires start in the kitchen, with 31% of those fires resulting from unattended cooking. And whereas home fires caused over 2,200 civilian deaths in the United States last year between January 1st, 2022 to December 31st, 2022, according to the U.S. Fire Administration, including 52 within the state of Florida alone. And whereas Davie's residents should be sure everyone in the home understands the need to stay alert and use caution when cooking to reduce the risk of kitchen fires. And whereas Davie's residents who stay alert and practice cooking safety are more likely to reduce the risk of fire from cooking. And whereas Davie's residents who have planned and practiced a home fire escape plan are more prepared and will therefore be more likely to survive a fire. And whereas working smoke alarms cut the risk of dying in reported home fires almost in half. And whereas the 2023 Fire Prevention Week theme, Cooking Safety Starts With You. Pay attention to fire prevention. Now therefore it be proclaimed that the mayor and the town council of the town of Davie do hereby proclaim October 8th through the 14th, 2023 as Fire Prevention Week.
Great. Thank you, Mayor Paul, Town Council, Town Administration, for your continued and unwavering dedication to fire safety for the residents of the town of Davie. The leading cause of fires in the kitchen is because of unattended cooking. This is what makes this year's National Fire Prevention Week theme so important. Cooking safety starts with you. Pay attention to fire prevention. Cooking safety is an important part of fire prevention. In the heart of our homes is the kitchen, where the potential for fire hazards exists. Simple actions like never leaving the stove unattended, keeping flammable objects away from the stoves, and having a working smoke detector have been proven to make all the difference in preventing fires and saving lives. Once again, I'd like to thank Mayor Paul, Town Council, and Town Administration for all your support in keeping the Davie residents fire safe.
We got a woof from Sparky.
Can you whoop?
Proclamation number 2 is the Florida Master Gardener Volunteer Day. May I have a motion to approve?
Motion approved.
I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's unanimous. Lorna Bravo is here to accept for the team, and I have a list of all the people that are here. I guess I could read it, or I will give it to the clerk and make sure that that's in our minutes, that all of these individuals have attended. Jesse Bastos, who we know well, Marcy Lambert, who I get emails from every day, Rich Ackerman, Amy Riley, Janine Schmidl, Michael Thomas, Errol Simons, Mario Rios, Pat Rossi, Mariana Yee, Josh Green, Linda Briggs, Dan West, who I know, and Lorna Bravo. As a graduate of the Master Gardener class myself, unfortunately, I'm unable to do all the volunteer work, but when I first finished the class, I used to go down to IFAS all the time and take phone calls and help identify pests and plants and things like that. So it was really a wonderful experience, and I do use it sometimes on a daily basis, but I appreciate all the work that the Master Gardeners do. You are a tremendous addition to our community, and we appreciate it. But whereas since 1979, Florida Master Gardener volunteers have been actively involved in serving Florida residents through volunteering with the University of Florida Institute of Food and Agricultural Sciences Extension Service. And whereas the Florida Master Gardener Volunteer Program is a citizen-driven program that relies on dedicated volunteers who have an interest in gardening and in giving back to their communities. And whereas Master Gardener volunteers serve many volunteer hours in providing research-based horticulture education to Florida residents. And whereas the goal of the educational outreach efforts of the Florida Master Gardener Volunteer Program is to protect natural resources and environmental systems. And whereas the Florida Master Gardener Volunteer Program's mission is to assist in providing research-based horticultural education to Florida residents and to be the most trusted resource for horticultural education in Florida. And whereas the Master Gardener Volunteers' ultimate end is enhancing the development of human resources and improving the quality of human life through the development of knowledge in agriculture, human and natural resources, and making that knowledge accessible. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Mayor and the Town Council of the Town of Davie do hereby proclaim Saturday, October 14th as Florida Master Gardener Volunteer Day. Lorna, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Major Paul and Council. This is an honor, really. I get goosebumps just hearing you say everything that you've said. And really, this is for our amazing volunteers. I am the Broward County Extension Director. I also lead the program. We're in 67 counties. It's an honor to be here and serve our town of Davie. And there's over 200 volunteers that are ready to serve. They do amazing work for our community. I also wanted to acknowledge our amazing Linda Briggs, representing Broward County Parks, that we have a great partnership to deliver the research-based information and make an impact in our communities. We could not do this without our amazing volunteers. So thank you for all those that are here with just a little tiny bit, but there's more. And we are opened an extension, 3245 College Avenue. You're always welcome to send us samples. Thank you.
Thank you. You get your picture. Everybody, all the volunteers, go over to the backdrop there. You can all be in the picture. That's why I said earlier, flower power is here. Wait a second, because they're a big crowd. I'm going to let them get organized. Give this to, you can put that in a minute. Bravo. Okay, we can go through the particulars. Item number 3 is National Domestic Violence Awareness. This will be accepted by Lieutenant Wong, Lieutenant Marseco, Detective Zev Spiller, and Judy Nesbitt. Councilmember Susan Starkey will be reading this. May I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Did I hear an aye from Carol? Yes, okay. That's unanimous. Thank you. I they're gonna start moving.
We can wait a moment.
Yeah, just wait a second, because
Give 'em
that's a
minute.
big crowd. When they start moving, I don't want them to detract from this very important proclamation. Okay, thank you. You're all welcome to stay if you wish, but if you have gardens to tend to, you may. It's too dark. Okay.
A proclamation, whereas the residents of the town of Davie are this town's most precious resource, and ensuring their safety, well-being, and positive development is a priority and the responsibility that we all share. And whereas 1 in 2 women and 1 in 4 men have been victims of the physical violence by an intimate partner within their lifetime, and 1 in 5 women and 1 in 7 men have been severely physically abused by an intimate partner. And whereas every year millions of children are exposed to domestic violence. Domestic violence incidents have affected every person within a home and can have long-lasting negative effects of children, emotional well-being, as well as social and academic functioning. And whereas by providing individuals with education about healthy relationships and by changing attitudes that support violence, we work to stop domestic violence in the town of Davie and with the town of Davie residents. Whereas the theme of this year's Domestic Violence Awareness Month campaign is Stand Up and Speak Out. With this theme, we hope to emphasize the importance of awareness, education, and action in creating a safer community free of domestic violence, promoting accountability and involvement in this issue as one of that impacts the entire community and one we can all do something about. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the mayor and the town council of the town of Davie do hereby proclaim the month of October 2023 as National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, signed by our mayor.
Thank you. Judy, you're going to be the spokesperson?
Yes. Lieutenant Wong is not here. Well, Captain Wong, he has a promotion, but he sends his warmest welcomes, and he would have been here, but we have Sergeant Marcico standing in for him. The theme for this year, they do have a workshop. Women in Distress does have a workshop in Coral Springs that they're going to present on, I think it's October 12th. They do have a training that's on October 16th for strangulation. A lot of times when we're working with the state attorney's office and with our investigators in road patrol, we try to use and make sure that they use the wording strangulation as opposed to choking, because there is enhanced penalties. October 19th, I think it's celebrate with wearing Purple Day in honor of domestic violence. We've shared some information. I don't want to get into it because it's kind of like sensitive or personal, but we do have 2 cases that we worked with families with women in distress to provide those services to them, and I don't know if those names will be presented when I come here in April. But as always, we thank Mayor, we thank Vice Mayor, all of you, town administration, our police department. I love working with these guys here because anytime that I have a problem, I go to Zev, and he gets it. He takes care of it. So we're just thankful and grateful to be here tonight to accept this, and just keep, we just keep trying to do a good job.
Thank you very much for all that you do. We certainly appreciate it.
Mayor?
Yes.
I would like to add that many years ago, a lot of times the police didn't have training and didn't know how to deal with it, and oftentimes they would roll up on an issue or a scene and where there was domestic violence, and their lives are almost as impacted or violently attacked as much as the victims themselves. But oftentimes they thought of it as a family issue and would very much dismiss it. And I want to tell you that the training that the town of Davie has we're very proud of what you do to help our community to de-escalate the situations, and as well to train the victims how to get help, because that is critical for the healing of the entire family. So thank you for that and all you do, and I appreciate you.
Yeah. And also with the state attorney's office, he works very closely with them. I mean, they have their unit, and like you said, it is very critical. Time is of the essence, and yeah.
Yeah, so thank you. We've come a long way.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 4 is Hindu Heritage Month and Diwali Day. This will be read by Vice Mayor Lewis and accepted by Raj Verma, and he's brought a few of his friends from the Indian community with him. May I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? That's unanimous.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Whereas Sanatana Dharma, commonly known as Hinduism, is one of the most ancient religions of the world that originated in India, and whereas Hinduism is the third largest religion in the world with more than 1 billion followers worldwide, representing 15% of the global population, and whereas approximately 4 million Hindus call the United States their home, including several thousand in Broward County and its municipalities, and whereas the Hindus celebrate numerous festivals throughout the year, but many during the months of October or November, culminating in the celebration of Diwali, and whereas the Hindus worldwide reverently observe Festival Diwali, celebrating the victory of good over evil and bringing light in the form of knowledge, serenity, hope, and universal well-being, and whereas Diwali is one of the most celebrated festivals for a great significance to Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, and Buddhists, and whereas Diwali falls on Sunday, November 12th this year in accordance with the lunar calendar and brings together families, friends, and communities here in the United States and around the globe in goodwill, peace, prosperity, and a shared sense of oneness. And whereas Congress has officially passed unanimous resolutions recognizes the religious and historical significance of Diwali, and whereas consistent with American values, Diwali signifies a special time of peace and serenity with the hope of building bridges of understanding and tearing down barriers of intolerance. And whereas the town of Davie has notably benefited from Hindu American community through its great family values, commitment to tolerance, pluralism, inclusiveness, environmental consciousness, and continued excellence in science, medicine, technology, music, dances, yoga, and meditation. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Mayor and Town Council of the Town of Davie do hereby proclaim the month of October as Hindu Heritage Month and November 12, 2023 is Diwali Day.
Mr. Verma?
Good evening, Mayor, council members, staff. On behalf of my Hindu, Sikh, Jain, and Buddhist brethren, it's a great honor to accept tonight's Hindu Heritage Month and Diwali proclamation. I thank the town's leadership for bestowing this great distinction on us. We have here tonight myself, Raj Verma, my wife, Usha Verma, Dr. Shashi Kusuma, and Mr. Shekhar Reddy. In partnership with Town of Davie, Shekhar Reddy of Gumakunda Foundation has been regularly donating hundreds of backpacks and school supplies for needy students, not only in Davie, but elsewhere in Broward and Miami-Dade counties. Those events have been attended by council members Whitman and Hatton on a regular basis, and we have also been supported by your staff, Angela, Chad, and the last time we had Officer Torres there as well. Please look out for a billboard on Sterling Road and Turnpike for the Diwali greeting this year, extending into Hanukkah and Christmas. We wish everyone the best of everything during these festivities. Although it may not appear relevant, It is the election season in the two democracies of the world, India and US. Depolarization, fear-mongering, and misinformation would be an everyday affair. Town of Davie provides law enforcement services to Southwest Ranches, which has 2 Hindu temples and 1 Sikh temple. Against this backdrop, we are requesting Davie's leadership to please continue to raise the awareness amongst your law enforcement personnel for suspicious activities around the areas of worship. It is important that we remain vigilant all the time. Thank you. We extend the greetings of Diwali to all, and namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, neighbor.
I might also add that Vice Mayor and Councilmember Whitman and I were at Gandhi Square this weekend for the celebration for Gandhi's birthday, and we have a great relationship with all the members of our Indian community. So,
yeah, we are very diverse, Mayor. There is no,
Yes.
I mean, it's not just, I mean, this proclamation does talk about the Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, and Buddhists,
Right.
but we have a very large population of the Christians as well, and we are all, I mean, this is a really, really a very, wide range of people who practice their faith, and together we celebrate only over 40 festivals throughout the year. So you
absolutely,
can
yes,
tell.
I know, we go to a lot of them.
Yes, we are every drop of a hat.
Thank
But thank
you.
you again very much,
Thank you.
and we appreciate your kind gesture.
Thank you. Hey, Councilmember Whitman, you pulled number 8.
I did. I have spoken with the town attorney on this matter. He has instructed me to disclose that my husband works for Weekly Asphalt Paving, Inc., which is a secondary vendor for heavy equipment rental with an operator and one of the primary vendors for heavy equipment rental with an operator. Due to the size of the company, the nature of the contract, and my husband's role within the company, I am allowed to vote on this matter. My husband will not receive a special private gain in awarding this contract. I'd like to make a motion to approve the item.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's unanimous. Thank you for that. I was curious. I was wondering where that was going.
I thought you pulled 8, not 9.
Oh,
they got switched, okay. I
Hey,
had the old-
operators,
Right,
heavy equipment.
got it,
That's it.
got it. Mine were backwards from the old agenda.
No public hearing. And anybody have any appointments? Okay. Under new business is the zoning in progress. What I'd like to do here, everybody knows how passionate I am, and I get very involved and want to do everything that I can for the residents and to make sure that we're keeping up with things. I may have jumped the gun by pushing this so quickly, and I think it probably would be in our best interest to have the workshop first before we, take action on this item, because we would be talking about things that we haven't really looked into. I know I have my ideas and my interests, and you all know that involves some of the incentives and the variations. These things were passed in 2008. Marlon and Susan, you were on at that time, and you were involved in those, but that's 15 years ago, and things do change, and we need sometimes to look at this and see if the times have changed, so that we need to do some things differently. So what I would like to do is ask for a motion to table this item to November 15th and to have a workshop on this item on November 1st. That will give us time to review a number of items, bring together ideas, and then, have a solid discussion on it. My reason for pushing it was I was afraid that somebody would come and apply in the interim, and that's a gamble I guess we're going to have to take because this is very important to me, and I'm very, very passionate about it. So if you would humor me, do I have a motion to table to November 15th?
Motion to table item zoning in progress to November 15th.
And that's seconded. And do we need to have a motion on the workshop too?
Why don't we do the, when we handle this motion first?
Okay. All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Aye.
Okay, that's unanimous.
And I would like to make a motion that we do have a workshop on November 1st unless staff sees any conflict with that.
Motion's on the table.
Okay, I'll second it.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's unanimous.
And
Thank you
Mayor,
very much.
With
And-
all respect, we're not that far apart on all these issues. And when the Regional Activity Center was first approved, we kind of took a whole big swath of land and put it all in that bucket. And we have a lot of variations of, you know, the CRA, the transit-oriented corridor, and all these other areas where we really do want to encourage our, you know, intensity and densities, and we did want to provide those incentives for it back then. But as we see, each project should be taken on its merits, and I think we need to readdress it. I strongly agree with that, and thank you for allowing me the opportunity to have the workshop so we
Okay.
can iron those things out.
Thank you. Okay, we'll go on to council member comments. Councilmember Whitman, would you like to start us off?
Thank you, Mayor. Veteran Day is fast approaching. We are asking for our local residents to participate in our Veterans Vote voucher program. Our local residents never disappoint in their support of our veterans. If you know a restaurant that would love to participate in the program, please share our announcements with them. The deadline to submit your application is next Friday, October 13th, 2023. The application is on our website and it is easy to access. Next Wednesday, October 11th, Ariana from our Public Relations team, along with our Small Business Development team, will be leading a marketing workshop for our small business. The workshop will take place starting at 10 a.m. It will be packed full of useful information for our business owners or those starting up a business. Please sign up to attend. Don't forget our Parks team has a host of activities planned throughout this month, including senior field trips and our famous Halloween happenings. Stay tuned to our social media for details. A major thanks to Chad and our Parks team for getting the pool at the Aquatic Center fixed in such a quick manner so that our residents can enjoy the facility. Wishing all the October babies a happy birthday. That's all I got, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice Mayor?
Thank you, Mayor. Something that I think, don't have this on, I apologize. Let me start all over again here. Maybe you can hear me this time. Something that I think that a lot of us forget about is the CPR and AED program is offered by our Davie Fire Rescue Department, and that program is held on the first Wednesday of each month at the Davie Fire Administration Building. You never know when you need to render aid at your home or at work or just being out and about, so please register to be CPR and AED trained. I've taken those classes, they're excellent, and I would recommend that for everyone in the town if they get a chance to take that. You'll find it very, very worthwhile. As the mayor did mention, Sunday night we were out at the Gandhi birthday, and Davie does have a diverse community, and it's always great to get together with our Indian community, and it was really a nice festival, and it was a great event to attend. Mayor, that's about all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Hatton, would you have any comments tonight?
Yes, Mayor, I have just a few if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
Let's see, where do I begin? I'd like to thank everyone in the town that's been so gracious and so wonderful to me in my time of need and medical problems. I'm coming back. Thankfully, this is the first step to coming back. I missed you all. very much, and I thank you for all the calls and everything. And so I'm looking forward to coming back and shortly to council in person. And tonight was the first step, and it was really great to be here. So thank you all. Take care.
Thank you. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Councilmember Starkey?
So I was not able to attend this weekend with my colleagues out at the Gandhi Square. I had my high school reunion, and I was on the planning committee, and it was a weekend event. And I can tell you, don't go to your reunions. There's old people there. So it was a lot of fun, and we really did enjoy it. There was one gentleman who gave us a run for our money, so to speak, and he was riding around on a bicycle, small, about this big bicycle. And we said, oh, look, he finally got rid of his training wheels. So we were kind of having a great time, as you could see, by making fun of each other and really enjoying our time together because, you know, you don't get those opportunities very often, but I do encourage you to do that. Several things are coming up. We do have the Night of Fright. That is also part of the Cloggers, and we'll be putting on shows. It's here at Pine Island, Bamford for several days, so check our website. It's going to be a lot of fun, and the benefit of that event goes towards the clogging events, of which all 3 of my granddaughters are in, so they'll be clogging as well and helping out. The Fire Rescue is also holding their 27th annual poster and essay contest on fire safety, so we look forward to those contests every year. If you're interested, please look at the fire department's website. Should be on there, and as well as the Town of Davie's website. Career Construction Days will be on the 24th. That's also usually at the Bergeron Rodeo Arena. And that's usually fun because the kids really enjoy looking at those big trucks. So it's a lot of fun that schools also participate in that. Again, mentioning the Master Gardener program this Saturday, coming up on the 14th actually, not this Saturday. And then Columbus Day or Indigenous Day is on Monday the 9th, and it's also the Boys and Girls Golf Tournament at Grand Oaks. And I'm on that committee too, so we look forward to that. I've been doing that for 20 years. The money and the funds go towards the Boys and Girls Club in our town, so that's a direct funding for that. We have a lot of fun activities going on, including movies and other activities throughout the town, so be sure and look them up, and we'll be happy to see you there. Oh, it's also National Taco Day. My daughter just sent me a text and said, don't forget. So enjoy your tacos.
Thank you. I'd like to mention, you know, there are so many different holidays and celebrations, and we don't get to do proclamations for everything unless usually it's requested. So I would just like to take a moment to say that October is Italian Heritage Month, so we'd like to extend our wishes to all of our Italian residents and friends, and it's also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Pink, right? Pink. Many of us tended to celebrate Davie, which was the first event of its kind. It was a great event. It was a big success, a nice crowd, and the Shane Duncan Band was fabulous. I have my 2 favorites, Shadow Creek and Shane Duncan. I said between the 2 of those, we keep the town entertained. I was happy when I was reading over the Capital Project second quarter report. Thank you very much, Leona. But I was happy to see the chart there that had the dates of our 3 major projects, and Wetlands Park, Farm Park, and new Town Hall projects have all targeted opening dates in 2025. So hopefully we can stay on target. I know I'll be going to the Central Broward Water Control District next week, where they're taking up a variance for the bridge that we're going to have over the canal to get to the farm park because it's a little bigger than what they usually approve, so we had to get a variance. But this is just an indication that we're in the process and with the permitting and everything is moving along, so I'm very happy about that. At Sunday's Gandhi program, the guest speaker was Senator Kevin Thompson from New York. It was very interesting, Indian American elected official, and he honored me with a proclamation. So I'm not going to read it, but it was very, very nice. Basically, it is the belief of this legislative body that when individuals of such noble aims and accomplishments are brought to our attention, it is appropriate to publicly proclaim and commend those individuals for the edification and emulation of others. Wow. So I was very, very happy. That's going to go up in my office, right? So I wanted to thank Senator Thomas for that. Oh, yeah, congratulations to our dear Parks Director, Mr. Pullman, on his new baby. Also, I attended Saturday night, I guess it was, a 100th birthday party for Harold Smith. Some of you may remember him. He's been here before. I presented him as a, what do they call him? Senior Hall of Fame a few years ago. And he's been here and has spoken to us. And this gentleman, I'll tell you, he just bebopped into that party, and he sang, and he's so spunky and vibrant, and God bless him. He's on a roll. And Channel 7 was there. They did a little piece on it Saturday night, and they asked him what his secret was to a long life, and he said his belief and his trust in God. So I thought that was very, very nice. Let's see. Did I forget anything? Oh yes, it's one other thing. You know what I'd like to do, Mr. Lamack? We really need a new picture of the full council. I don't think we have one with Councilmember Whitman. I know we had the last, we used to use Gerlinde, and we had somebody different the last time, and nobody liked the pictures, the way they came out. So we'd like to redo and make sure. I don't know, were you in those pictures that were redone? Or is that? No, before. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think we've ever published them because of some reason. But I think what we need to do is take another picture. If you would do that for me, I'd appreciate it. So.
If you don't like our pictures, all you have to do is wait 10 years.
Okay, Mr. I think there was one other thing, yeah. I'll save that for the workshop. Mr. Lamack.
Mayor, I'm good this evening, thank you.
Oh, my goodness. Mr. Weinthal.
I'm good.
If there are no objections, we're adjourned.